Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a distinguished legal scholar, a formidable advocate, and a passionate defender of justice whose work continues to shape constitutional law and governance across Africa. It's my honor to introduce a man whose work embodies the very essence of justice, integrity, and constitutional excellence. Mr. Evans Ogada is a distinguished advocate of the High Court of Kenya, a respected scholar, and a leading voice in constitutional and international law. He currently serves as a consultant in the international and constitutional law, a member of the Law Society of Kenya's Public Interest Committee and the Constitutional Judicial Review Bar Bench Committee, as well as a member of the East Africa Law Society Rule of Law Committee. He is also an adjunct lecturer at the University of Nairobi and the managing editor of the Platform for Law, Justice and Society. His contributions to landmark legal cases, public interest legislation, and regional legal development have positioned him as a guardian of the rule of law in Africa. With a calm authority, intellectual precision, and a unwavering commitment to justice, he continues to influence legal thought and institutional accountability across the continent. Tonight, he will be speaking on the theme, Prestige and Legacy, Redefining Excellence in Africa. Please join me in giving a warm and distinguished welcome to Mr. Evans Ogada.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. See, the Nigerians have given me an extra name, Edgar. I say thank you. Thank you. It's always good to receive something from somebody. It's a difficult task to follow in the wake of my friend, very good friend, my mentor, Professor Pielo Lumumba. That is a difficult task, but nonetheless, we will endeavor to accomplish what we must today. Distinguished leaders, scholars, innovators, entrepreneurs, policy makers, and the brilliant young minds who carry the promise of tomorrow, good afternoon. To the leadership of Iliad Africa, led by Dr. Emmanuel Bernards, thank you very much for inviting us, and it's always an honor to stand before you today as we reflect on a theme that is both timeless and urgent, prestige and legacy. We gather under the powerful banner of From Vision to Victory, leadership that delivers sustainable impact in Africa. These words challenge us to think deeply about what it means not merely to lead, but to lead in a way that transforms generations. Today, I invite you to journey with me as we explore how Africa can redefine excellence in a global arena, how prestige can become purposeful, and how legacy can become sustainable. The meaning of prestige in the African context. For centuries, prestige has been defined for Africa by others. It was measured by external approval, by proximity to foreign systems, by how closely we mirrored institutions elsewhere. But time has come for Africa to redefine prestige on its own terms. Prestige is not imitation. Prestige is not dependency. Prestige is not borrowed validation. True prestige is self-defined. It is rooted in confidence, authenticity, and impact. In the Africa of the future, prestige must be measured by how well we solve our own challenges. how boldly we innovate for our people, and how sustainably we steward our resources. It must be measured by how many communities rise from poverty, how many children gain access to quality education, how many women and young people step into leadership, and how many solutions born in Africa shape the world. Prestige must shift from appearance to substance, from symbolism to transformation. And this brings us to the deeper concept of legacy. Prestige is what the world sees today. Legacy is what the future inherits tomorrow. Legacy is the bridge between vision and victory. It asks every leader, and you are all leaders in this room in your own respects, it asks you a powerful question. What will remain when you are no longer in the room? What will remain when you are no longer in the room? Will it be empty coffers? Will it be empty rhetoric? Too often, leadership is measured in terms of tenure. We celebrate the years in office, years in power, years in influence. But history does not remember how long leaders served. History remembers what they built. Africa, we have the tragedy of certain leaders serving for years. We have had leaders who have been in power since 1979, 1982, still serving. History will not remember those years. History will remember what you built. Legacy is not about positions. It's about impact. Legacy is not about recognition. It's about transformation. Legacy is not about the present. It is about the future. Africa does not need leaders who simply occupy positions. Africa needs leaders who build institutions. Leaders who plant trees whose shade they will never sit under. Leaders who understand that the true measure of success is the durability of change. We are living in a moment of extraordinary possibility. Africa is the youngest continent on earth, and it is projected that by the year 2050, 1 in 4 people in the world will be an African. This is not merely a demographic statistic, it is a leadership mandate. It means the decisions we make today will shape not just the Africa of the future, but the future of the world. We stand at the intersection of unprecedented challenges and unprecedented opportunities. We face climate change, economic inequality, unemployment, governance challenges, technological disruption, and rapid urbanization. Yet, we also possess the world's fastest growing cities, vast renewable energy potential, a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem, and a generation of young people who refuse to be limited by the past. Please clap for Africans who are daring to innovate and to do much. So for us, this is not a crisis moment. This is a defining moment. And defining moments demand defining leadership. And we've had history remind us of leaders who understood defining moments. Deng Xiaoping in China, coming in after the mess that was left by Mao Zedong. Deng Xiaoping comes through with 4 simple prescriptions, what he called the 4 modernizations: agriculture, industry, national defense, science and technology. China has become the giant that it is based on these four planks: agriculture, industry, national defense, science and technology. We sit on the throes of AI and technological changes around AI, what we call the quantitative wave. Director Dr. Ngozi Iweala spoke of the change in technology, the 80-year change in technology. It's usually 60 to 80 years of change, what we call the quantitative wave. The question is, are African countries, are we able to adjust to the quantitative wave, the change that is brought about to the economy and in terms of technology? Which leads us to the next question, from vision to victory. How do we transform vision from mere rhetoric to actionable victory points? Vision is the starting point of leadership. The Christian Bible tells us that where there is no vision, people what? People perish. So every transformation begins as an idea, a dream, a belief that things can be better. Yes, we can. Barack Obama told us in the United States. The Nigerians, I don't know what Uncle Tinubu tells you over that side. In Kenya, God bless us. But Africa has never lacked vision. What we have lacked at times is the bridge between vision and execution, between ideas and outcomes, between plans and progress. Victory is vision implemented. Repeat after me. Victory is vision implemented. Victory is vision sustained. Again, victory is vision sustained. So to move from vision to victory, Africa and African leadership must embrace three critical shifts. The first shift is from short-term thinking to long-term strategy. I told you of the Chinese four modernizations, Deng Xiaoping, sustained, it was thought long-term. That is what has brought China to where it is today. The second shift is from individual success to institutional strength. It's not about you, the person. Think of institutions. From consumption to innovation. I want us to quickly look at these three shifts. Shift number one, from short-term thinking to long-term strategy. Short-term thinking builds projects. Long-term thinking builds institutions. The Kenyans in the room, short-term thinking, affordable housing, stadia, short-term thinking. Long-term thinking builds nations. Sustainable impact cannot be achieved within electoral cycles, budget cycles, or quarterly reporting cycles. The most transformative leaders think in decades, not years. Deng Xiaoping, the Marshall Plan. And they ask questions such as, how will this policy affect the next generation? How will this investment reshape the economy in 30 years? How will this decision influence environmental sustainability? Africa's greatest achievements will come when leadership embraces patience and persistence, when we stop chasing quick wins and start building enduring systems. The infrastructure we build, the education we provide, the environmental decisions we make, they are not short-term projects. They are century-long investments. Legacy thinking requires generational vision. Shift number two, from individual success to institutional strength. Africa has produced extraordinary individuals, visionary entrepreneurs, courageous activists, brilliant scholars, and innovative creators. Yet our greatest challenge has been transforming individual excellence into institutional excellence. Individuals inspire, institutions sustain. Institutions ensure that progress does not depend on personalities. They ensure that systems continue to function even when leadership changes. Strong institutions protect democracy. Strong institutions enable economic growth. Strong institutions build public trust. The Africa we seek will not be built by heroes alone. It will be built by systems that outlive heroes. The question every leader must ask is not how I can succeed. The question that every leader must ask shall be and should be, how can the system succeed without me? That is the mindset of legacy leadership. The final shift number 3, from consumption to innovation. For too long, Africa has been positioned primarily as a consumer of goods, technologies, and ideas produced elsewhere. But Africa is not a market waiting to be served. Africa is a powerhouse waiting to be unleashed. The future of African prestige lies in innovation. Innovation in agriculture that feeds the continent sustainably, innovation in renewable energy that powers our economies, innovation in technology that connects our people, innovation in healthcare that saves millions of lives. The world does not need Africa to catch up. The world needs Africa to lead. And leadership begins with belief, the belief that African solutions can solve global challenges. Sustainable impact is not accidental. It is intentional, it is strategic, it is disciplined. Leadership that delivers sustainable impact possesses 5 defining qualities. And I'll go through this very quickly. The first quality is courage, integrity, inclusivity, accountability, collaboration. Courage, the courage to challenge outdated systems. The courage to make difficult decisions, the courage to think differently. The second one, integrity. Trust is the currency of leadership. Without integrity, influence collapses. The third one, inclusivity. No nation prospers when half its population is left behind. Women, youth, and marginalized communities must be central to development. The fourth premise, accountability. Impact must be measurable. Leadership must be answerable. An area we are struggling in terms of African leadership. We are not accountable. Leadership must be answerable to the people. Collaboration, the last one. No leader, no institution, no nation can solve Africa's challenges alone. The future belongs to partnerships. The power of the youth, Africa's greatest asset. If prestige is our present and legacy is our future, then the youth are the bridge between the two. Africa's young people are not a problem to be solved, they are a solution to be empowered. They are innovators, creators, entrepreneurs, and change makers. They are redefining industries, challenging norms, and building movements. The greatest investment Africa can make is in its youth. Education that prepares them for the future is important. Opportunities that unlock their potential must be given. Leadership spaces that welcome their voices must be provided. When Africa's youth rises, Africa rises. Women, the untapped force of transformation. No conversation about Africa's future is complete without recognizing the transformative power of women. When women lead, communities thrive. When women earn, families prosper. When women are educated, societies advance. Empowering women is not charity, it is strategy. Africa's prestige and legacy will be defined by how fully we unlock leadership potential of women across every sector. Sustainable impact means building progress that does not destroy the future. Africa holds immense natural wealth, forests, rivers, wildlife, minerals, and renewable energy potential. The choices we make today will determine whether these resources become a blessing or burdens. In conclusion, prestige is not inherited, legacy is not accidental, excellence is not inevitable. They are choices. The Africa of tomorrow will be shaped by the choices we make today, choices about leadership, integrity, innovation, and sustainability. Let us choose courage over comfort. Let us choose long-term impact over short-term applause. Let us choose legacy over recognition. Let us move from vision to victory, because the story of Africa is still being written and the pen is in our hands. Thank you.